For me, shifting gears started off quite slowly, and I wasn't sure if I'd really enjoyed the cartoon very much. But actually, once it got going, I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and there are certain spoilery things that I'll discuss in more detail in a moment with a spoiler warning. This is a Mickey Mouse cartoon that's currently on Disney Plus, and Mickey is getting ready to go out for a drive. He says it's a lovely day for a drive. We have this anthropomorphized car, and I have to say, the design of the car I really like. I like the human characteristics of it. I think they've designed it very well. The animation of the car was great. The mannerisms of the car I really thoroughly enjoyed. That aspect of it I thought worked well. Mickey says, we'll do this, we'll go for a drive, and then we'll go surfing. And the car is repulsed by this idea and refuses to cooperate. And the majority of the episode is Mickey Mouse trying to get this car to cooperate and take him to the beach. Will he ever get to his destination? I wasn't that bothered, to be honest, whether or not he got there, but I did think that there were little things in the dialogue and certain visual things along the way that made it interesting once it got going. For example, the design of the car, as I said, I really liked. A few spoilery things. Obviously, I'm talking about this in any kind of detail, and it's about 3 minutes, so I'm going to spoil pretty much all of it. So if you haven't seen it yet, I do recommend you check it out. It is very interesting once it gets going, but it just took a little bit of time for me to start enjoying it. And then do let me know what you think of it. So, spoilers from now. The bit where Minnie Mouse first comes out and says she's going to borrow the car to get her nails done, and then the split second after we see Minnie Mouse coming out again, I was genuinely confused. Until they had revealed what was going on, I genuinely had no idea what was happening. And I don't know if that says more about me or about the film, but I really enjoyed that, and I thought that was actually very clever, and it worked very well, and it really engaged me. And I think that was maybe the turning point for me. After that point, I guess my ears had pricked up a bit more, and I was not so much paying more attention because I was watching it, but I think I was in a more positive mind frame about it and began enjoying it more. The "is that you, Walt" bit I just thought was beautiful. Obviously very small, very subtle, very brief. Very young children watching it may not pick up on that if they don't know who Walt Disney is exactly. But obviously I thought it was adorable. The car, interestingly, sounds like Roadrunner, the Warner Brothers character Roadrunner. I don't know if there was any intention with that, or if it's just what I'm hearing, but he does occasionally sound like he's meep meeping. And before anybody jumps down my throat, I know the Roadrunner officially says beep beep. I will only ever hear meep meep. And that's what the car sounds like to me. Let me know if you thought that as well, or if it's just me. It could be just me. So, as I said, it did take a little bit of time to get going for me, but once it did, there were quite a few things in it that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And the ultimate message, of course, is that if you're going to plan a day or an activity with somebody, make sure the other person can enjoy that activity too, because Mickey realizes eventually that the reason the car was so reluctant to take him to the beach is because Mickey surfing is only fun for Mickey, whereas if they went cruising through town or whatever you do in a car, I don't drive, the car could enjoy that too. But if the car's just in a car park, sweltering in the sun by the beach, while Mickey's off having fun surfing, it's not very fun for the car. And I wasn't really expecting such a strong lesson in this cartoon, so I thought that was actually a really delightful way to end it, by saying, if you are planning activities with somebody, don't be selfish. Make sure you will both enjoy it. And as I said, there were various things throughout it eventually that I rather liked. So maybe shifting gears started off quite slowly for me, but once it got going, I'd say I really thoroughly enjoyed it.